Today our pantry is getting a full reset, which has been much needed. I'm so excited. This area has become a complete catch-all, and I'm excited to show you how I decluttered, organized everything into categories, and turned this pantry around into a functional space for our family. I have so many tips for you guys on how to organize your space, so stay tuned and let's get started. First thing that always helps me anytime I'm organizing something is to pull everything out. It just helps when you can see everything. You can see if something's expired or something you no longer use or whatever in any space that you're in. So it really helps a ton. And then I was showing you all the bins that I got to go in the pantry. I'm going to use some that I already had, and then those are the new ones that I got. And yes, I need to organize all of this. So I'm not sure that I got enough bins. We will find out later in the video. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and clean this area up. Anytime you clean out something or pull everything out, it is the best time. Go ahead and wipe it down. Do a speed clean. I just vacuumed and wiped it. And now I'm starting to place empty canisters and baskets into places to see exactly where I think they'll function best. It's so much easier. This is like a really good tip. Do this while they're empty. You don't want to be lugging heavy food around or jars and things like that. It's so much easier to move an empty basket around to see if it looks how you're hoping it will look or how it will function and things like that. So this is just a little sneak peek of day one, and I'm about to show you day two. Okay, let me give you an update from last night. I just could not sit still with trying to figure out where to put everything. So I just carried on. I'm sure you didn't want to see me moving every single thing around little by little and rearranging. And I may still have to rearrange, but I ended up putting like sticky notes of what I was thinking would work in each basket. So I have that. I was afraid that once I figured out what I wanted in there that I would forget. Okay, I just want to show you. So within a few of these, I put like clear containers within here to help organize it better. So just wanted to show you that. I'm going to put spice packets in here. This could go for snacks. It could really go for anything. The sticky notes were a game changer, you guys. I was able to move the sticky notes around. I would go over to the table and look and see, okay, wait, I have a category. I need a pasta category, or I need a snack category, or I need like my spice packs, things like that. I was able to go ahead and put a sticky note where I thought that would function best. And then I would run across another category and like, wait, I need to move that around. And it made it so easy to kind of see everything that was going on and, you know, go ahead and like give it a temporary home until I could find out if that was actually going to work best in there. But you guys, it was a huge game changer. So I would definitely recommend using sticky notes no matter what size your pantry is. But now I'm moving on to placing things in canisters. You saw this said like Mason or something like that on it. I could not find any plain ones. I'm sure they're somewhere, but I just could not find them. I know Walmart used to have them. They were just out of stock when I was preparing for this. So I just decided I would just turn that around to the back. So that's another thing that I hope you find helpful. If you are looking for canisters and you can't find exactly what you're looking for, maybe it has like a design on it that is not something that, you know, you really want. But if you turn it around, it is. Just swirl it around. Nobody will ever know. And it'll still look so pretty. I'll show you in just a minute how it looks in the pantry. But I'm just going ahead and adding like our flour, sugar, all the main things that I know that we'll be using, our pancake mix, things like that. Wanted to give you a flashback to what it did look like and to what it's looking like now. I am loving these canisters so far. They hold so much more. So I would have to pour some in, and my other canisters wouldn't hold like a whole bag. So it was kind of frustrating because then I would have to store like half a bag somewhere. But also left this clip in because these stickers were amazing. I will link them in my description box, but But they were amazing. So if it went on a little crooked, you can just take it right back off and put it back on. But look at these sweet little hands, you guys. My youngest son wanted to come help me pour everything into the containers, and I was all about it. So let your kids, your grandkids help you. It's so much fun. They're so sweet. They're going to make a mess, but so did I with the flour. So just let them do it. It's no big deal. I usually pick up the big packs of these at Sam's. So I just made like a little hosting I don't know, container to go in the pantry and have like extra plates, extra silverware, all the things. And that's going to make it so easy to store, and it's going to be all in one place. I'm not going to have to dig around. Okay, I'm not going to show you every single thing that I put into another container and label, but I did want to show you these because I didn't know they made the large size spice jar containers. So I found those on Amazon. I'll link those too. But remember how all of my spices looked, you guys? That was awful. We couldn't find anything. So I put them into smaller containers, and these labels also come off easy. If it gets a little crooked or whatever, they just came right off and put it back on. But this is going to make it so much easier to find that spice that we are looking for. Just when I thought everything was coming together and looking so beautiful, I realized I have a huge problem. Okay guys, the problem is all of this needs to go back in there. So I have some rearranging to do. We have already decluttered so much, and we just cannot declutter anything else. So I'm gonna have to make it work, rearrange a little bit, and let's see what we can come up with. My goal was to not put anything on the floor, but you guys, it just would not work. So I ended up moving these baskets down, pulling the cans down. This is what I mean why it's easier to do this with nothing on it. But, you know, sometimes it's inevitable. Once you set things up, you just see it's not going to work. So you just have to be flexible and be willing to rearrange. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm going to try those down there. And then my husband loves to grill. So one of the huge baskets on the floor is full of his like barbecue rubs and barbecue sauces and steak seasonings, all the things. So I'm actually going to put those up in the place where the cans were, and we're going to see if that works. Empty basket, I'm going to use this one for all of our back stock items. So, you know, it's like refills for our olive oil or extra mayonnaise and mustard, extra baggies, all the things. So they're going to be in one of those, and I think that's going to work out just perfect. I also wanted to make like a little container for chip clips. I feel like we're always hunting for those like down in the bottom of whatever or just all throughout the pantry. So I just put a little container right there by the chip clip, and I think that's going to function so good. Ended up having to put a couple other things on the floor, but it wasn't too bad. The table is cleared off, hallelujah. And here is a sneak peek of how it is looking, you guys. Two biggest goals were to make this, number one, functional and practical for our family. So I didn't want food hidden in containers where we cannot see everything. So that's why I have mesh baskets, and the other baskets you can see through. Pasta is in some of the closed baskets in our back stock. We're not going to forget about the pasta, you guys. So I wasn't worried about that. Of course, our spice packs and things like that, we won't forget about those. But all the other snacks and things like that, I don't want them to go bad. But this pantry is such a dream. I cannot believe it's mine. So whatever your dream is, no matter how big or small, it is possible. So dream big, you guys. I have much bigger dreams in this pantry, but this has been something I've wanted for so long, and I just cannot believe it's ours. Thank you guys so much much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this pantry refresh, and I look forward to seeing you on another one. If you love organizing and cleaning content, be sure to subscribe. You guys in my community, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you guys have the best week, and I will see you on the next one.